Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, I have to tell you guys, I watched the first few episodes. The show is fantastic.
Oh,
How does
thank
it
you.
feel that it's close to being out there for everybody to see?
It's thrilling. It's so exciting that you've seen some episodes, that people have seen some episodes. I can't wait for everyone to be able to
Yeah.
see it.
I got to the third one and it ended and I was like, wait, I need more. I need to know what happens. So I'm already excited. I think audiences, of course, will be just as thrilled. I
Aw.
think for me, this feels kind of like a new concept for Hallmark. You know, there's talk about fertility and infidelity. Does it feel kind of special to be bringing that to the network, topics that maybe we don't typically get to see?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to be a part of the launch of Hallmark Plus and all that they're expanding with the content. And I feel like, it still has a lot of the things that you know and love about Hallmark shows, but it does push the boundaries a little bit and does talk about issues are that are happening, that we're all, experiencing. So it's nice. I'm very proud to be a part of this.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Hallmark channel, and I love being part of this new launch with Hallmark Plus because, it's just it's comfort TV, and it's characters, that aren't gonna do anything super crazy and scare you, but it's also lovely to just being able to deepen the characters' experiences, and that's what's so nice about doing a series. You get to get a little bit deeper into their character and their problems and their heartbreaks and the things that give them great joy. So it's I think that the writer did an amazing job adapting this best-selling book, and the characters are so interesting to me.
Yeah, you're right. We get that element that we're used to with Hallmark, but like you said, it goes a little bit deeper. We kind of get to see the reality a little bit more behind who these ladies are. Leah, that's a question actually I had for you. So you obviously have been known for decades to your fans. You have some very loyal fans. So when you're taking on a new character, you're getting to represent a new person and bring that person to your fans. What do you seek when you're looking for new projects, and what caught your eye with this one?
Well, I like stories that have different elements, and I love that this has humor, which I only like people that have a sense of humor, and I feel that same way about my characters. And I think that I just was so interested in this idea of this community of people, and I think we're all longing for that after COVID, and it's just been difficult times right now with people, and I think this idea that there's this small group of people that are trying to work it out and trying to get along and trying to find their common ground, even though they have their differences. I think it's a beautiful thing. And when I read it, I was like, oh, I want to be part of this town and these restaurants. And I just want to get to know these people better. And I hope that the fans will feel that way, like I do.
I think they will. I definitely think they will. And like you said, connection. So you guys actually get to play mother-in-law, daughter-in-law who have a good relationship. That's not always the case in every family. So was it kind of fun to get to portray that bond? And, for your character, Skylar, who has a tough relationship with her own mother, to find that in someone else?
Yeah, it was such a joy and pleasure, truly, and so much fun. We had so much fun working together, and yeah, I really feel like, Mama Nancy, is what I call her, is such a positive role model for Amanda, and I think, but yeah, I think it was, I think they all are learning, that we're learning from each other, throughout this season and in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I have to tell you, you nailed your character. I feel like the accent was perfect and you had all the emotions, and she felt very relatable in just the few episodes I've seen. So you did a fantastic job with
Thank
that.
you. That's
You're
so
welcome.
nice.
Yes, you did.
Yes. And you guys all killed it with the accents. You really do feel kind of transported. Was it hard to kind of fall into that character and do that every day, or was it fun to get to take that on?
It was fun. We couldn't let
So
our
fun.
kids go. We would always
Yeah, we
talk.
couldn't. We couldn't get out of it. Yeah, the accents would just like come home with us. We'd be like, "Who are we really? Oh yeah, I don't really have that accent."
I love that. I'm curious what each of you maybe loved the most about your character, the traits that they portrayed, and then what you liked the least about the
Mm.
character.
I was worried that my character was like too much of a goody two shoes. I thought that would be boring, but I ended up finding her to be kind of interesting, a lot interesting, and I liked being able to lean into the comedy part of who she was. So I guess I didn't like that she was goody two shoes, and I think I did like that she had that Southern charm and all the crazy idioms I got to use. Like "don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining." That was so fun for me.
Get to bring that one into everyday life, right?
It is. It's easy.
With Amanda, there's so many things I love about her, and I feel like I really understand her. Um, and I love that she's complicated, and she's she is who she is because of the life she's had. And, she grew up, she had a rough, complicated childhood and a complicated relationship with her mother. And also a complicated relationship with her sister. I think family dynamics, are very interesting to me. So I was really like drawn into all of that. And I think that she's just wants to be a good person. She wants to do good things. She wants to be a good mother and a good wife and a good, you know, daughter-in-law. She wants to be there for people. But she's also sort of like has a lot to discover about herself that she's kind of hasn't ever put the focus on. It's hard to say what I don't like about her, but I found myself frustrated that this is really the first time she's stood up for herself in certain ways. Like she just kind of has taken on a lot because I think she's used to it from her childhood. So part of me was like, oh, I wish you could have just like, you don't have to clean the grease trap every night. Frank Jr. can do it sometimes.
Yeah.
But she's getting there, so I'm just rooting for her.
Yeah. I think in the first few episodes we can tell she's coming into her own
Yeah.
in a way. And I think all of the characters, it seems like, really are. You mentioned family. So speaking of family, you obviously both come from families that are very big in the entertainment industry. When you're going into a new project like this, do you seek advice from your families, or do you kind of get into your own head and take on the project solely on your own?
I do. Yeah. I definitely love getting the input from my family, and I love to talk about the ins and outs of all of it with them. I mean, I have a lot of respect for them and their careers and their brains, and I welcome all of that conversation. So yeah.
That's wonderful.
My family isn't interested at all in anything.
They just say goodbye, have fun, good luck.
Yeah, yeah, that's how they are. But I get the questions like, "How's the caterer?" That's about it.
Well, that was actually something I was going to ask you both. So obviously we can't have Mimi's or Franny's chicken, but do you guys have, if you eat fried chicken, if you don't, totally understand if you can't answer this question, but do you have a favorite place you like to go for that type of food? Or maybe Southern food in general?
I like Popeyes, gotta say, especially in Canada. It's really good.
Okay.
I don't eat chicken anymore, but when I did, my favorite fried chicken, now I'm just remembering, was the fried chicken sandwich at Son of a Gun. That's where it is. Yeah, here in LA.
Son of a gun. Okay.
Uh-huh. It's worth traveling for.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
Mhm.
I'm going.
Last thing I would love to know from you guys, what do you hope fans take away from this show? Hallmark, of course, has dedicated, loyal fans. This is going to be really exciting for all of them to see, but what is it you hope they walk away from when they watch it?
I hope they walk away wanting more and feeling good and inspired and excited and challenged. And, I hope they identify with these characters in one way or another and feel seen in this show.
Yeah. I think they will.
I hope they laugh and they cry and they go like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that." And I hope that they can see themselves in some way in the characters and the problems that they have and the way and find help just feeling seen.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much. So nice to meet you.
So
I
nice to meet
appreciate it.
you.
Excited
Nice
for this to launch soon for everybody.
You too.
Thank
So soon. My goodness.
Thank you.